What's the biggest mistake people need to avoid when getting into Rank and Rent?
I would say launching too many sites at once, not being focused on a niche. And even if you are focused on a niche, like I would not go out and just build, I see people, I'm just going to build 50 sites, right? It's like, for what? Again, it comes down to selling. You could have 50 sites. If you're not selling, you're not making money. So there's people that have one site and they're making money off that site. There's people that have 50 sites and they're not making anything because all they think about is like, let me just launch a new site. I think you brought it up before. You could be ranking on page 1. Calls could be coming in, but if you're not selling, you're not making any money.
If you have, I don't care if you have 50 sites producing 20 leads each, you have a hobby until you have a business owner paying.
Yeah.
You have a hobby. That's just the reality. Someone's listening right now going, oh, you're just such a dick, Nick. But it's the truth, man. It's like, dude, if I'm going to do an expensive hobby, bro, let's go golfing or do something, right? Like, I agree, man. I had the same advice. I got in and people were like, the opposite advice of what you just gave is what I mean is just keep building, just keep building, just keep building, just keep building, just keep building. So I'm like, oh, I guess I'm just going to keep building. Before you know it, my tracking phone number bill is high. My hosting bill is high, all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm not making any money. It's just expense, it's overhead. And so focus on getting the deal, focus on getting that one. And that's why I think everyone found it refreshing when I came out and started talking so much about sales is like a lot of programs, a lot of people, it's all about the build, which is a crucial component. But like at the end of the day, I'd rather have a deal and not know how to build and have to go find somebody to do it for me than to know how to build and not be able to get a client, because there's a laundry list of people that will build your website, that will do your SEO, but there's not a laundry list, or there's not a mile long list of people that will do sales for you or that know how.
No, I totally agree. Now, sales is a serious skill, and having a proven system in place and something to follow just makes it that much easier, right? And there's a lot of people that are afraid to jump on a call. You kind of got to break through that. You need a lot of repetition, but that's where the money's made. And if you're doing it every day, I can actually guarantee you're going to make money. If you're selling every day, you're going to make money. Like, it's just, most people are not making those calls, right? It's a scary thing for some people, but you got to break through that. If they future pace and they think like, what would it be like to have an extra 5K a month? You're going to get there. If you actually make calls every single day, you will get there.
I have nothing to say because I've been saying that for how long? It's like you figure out where you want to go, you create the map to get there, and then you do what needs to be done when it needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. And you can literally go anywhere. You can make any amount of money. You can build any life you want. And the problem is people, they dream the dream. Maybe they'll even create the map, but they do things when they feel like it. But when they don't feel like it, the difference between people that are way further ahead and those that aren't is the ones way further ahead, whether they feel tired, whether they feel depressed, whether they feel whatever, they still do those reps, whether it's content, whether it's backlinks, whether it's the calls. That's it, man. That's the whole thing. So that's facts, dude. I like that future pace where you want to be, and just go do it, dude. So why aren't more people doing Rank and Rent? I remember when I first discovered the model, I was so pumped on it. I heard a podcast and it just clicked. I was like, man, this is like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, but like digital, you know? And I couldn't quit. I'd listened to that podcast like 3 times. And this is, meanwhile, I'm knocking doors for a living. So I'm like, what would it be like to be able to sit at my computer and everything that I'm doing now, which is really cool because I didn't think this was possible. But I listened to this podcast like 3 times and I was hooked, man. And I just kept consuming content, eventually got a course. And then, here we are 7 years later. But like, why aren't more people doing it? Is it because they just don't know about it, or because they don't like, what are your thoughts on that?
I think there's 2 things. I think it's surprising that a lot of people actually don't know about it. It's pretty surprising to me. And, it's like with anything, like we're so aware of it that we don't think, from an outsider's perspective, like what is out there to make money online? And then that's where it gets funneled out, is because when someone's looking to make money online, they go online, they'll type that in, and they're not aware of that. And there's so many other things, right? Everybody's selling you something. They're selling you drop shipping, Amazon FBA, affiliate marketing, YouTube. Now, like the big thing is have a YouTube channel, don't show your face, make money, right? Like there's so many distractions.
Wait, you have a YouTube channel and don't show your face?
Yeah, that's the new thing.
Is that where you chop up people's clips?
Probably. It's like YouTube automation. I'm seeing like these ads everywhere. It's like YouTube automation, right? So it's a new hype. It's like drop shipping was a hype. That's the hype. So I think there's
Okay.
just too many distractions. Too many distractions.
Second one though, you said there was two. Is that did you mention both, or was there?
Well, one, they're not aware, and
Okay,
two,
second,
there's just too
distraction.
many
Okay.
distractions.
I couldn't agree with you more. I think, like we talked about, we're in this little tiny corner of the internet. Let's say that the total amount of people that are aware of this is like 100,000 people, right? It's like, which I don't even know if that's even close, if it's way more, way less, but it's so niche. The fact that somebody that's been doing SEO for 6 years commented on one of my videos this week and said, I've never thought about it like this, goes to show you that it's undiscovered. It's the hidden gem of the internet, if you will. And I've said this, guys, we are in a moment in time where the getting is so good. I can't believe people aren't building more properties at the amount that it costs, the competition level, because there will come a day when I don't think it's going to be saturated like a drop shipping, and there's still going to be possibilities, but we're going to look back and go, man, imagine what I could have done, 5 years ago. And I think it's just going to take a big name, one big name, to realize how good this is and to start talking about it. And the internet's going to be on fire with this business model.